old, dilapidated house in the outskirts of a city. This house had been vacant for many years, and the people around referred to it as a haunted house. They said that there was a ghost living in the house who would roam around at night and scare people. One day, some young people who had come from the city heard about the house and decided to see it for themselves. They went near the house at night and peeped inside. The house was dark and filled with cobwebs. Suddenly, they heard a strange voice. It sounded like a laughter coming from inside the house. The young people got scared and ran away from the house. They returned to the city without telling anyone about the house. After a few days, another group of young people heard about the house and decided to see it. They also went near the house at night and looked inside. Suddenly, they heard a strange voice. It sounded like a whisper coming from inside the house, saying, "Am I alone?" The young people got scared and ran away from the house. They returned to the city without telling anyone about the house. After a few weeks, an old man came to the city. He heard about the house and decided to see it. He went near the house during the day and entered inside. The house was dark and filled with cobwebs, but the old man was not scared. He slowly walked around inside the house and peeked into every room. Suddenly, he heard a voice in one of the rooms. It sounded like a sigh, saying, "Am I alone?" The old man went into the room and looked around. In a corner, he saw an old woman sitting on a chair. The woman was very old and had wrinkles of sorrow on her face. The woman saw the old man and smiled. She asked, "Who are you?" The old man replied, "I am a traveler. I was passing through this city and I heard about this house. I came to see it." The woman said, "This house is now mine. I live here alone, but people say that this is a haunted house." The woman laughed and said, "Ghosts do not exist. People are just scared." The old man talked to the woman and then left. He was very impressed by the woman. She was very kind and good-hearted. The old man went back to his city, but he could never forget the woman. He came to the city every year to meet her. One year, the old man came to the city and went to her house to meet her. But when he reached near the house, he saw that the door was open and there was light coming from inside. The old man went inside the house and looked around, but the woman was nowhere to be found. The old man was very sad. He searched for the woman in the entire city, but he could not find her. Finally, the old man gave up and returned to his city. But he could never forget the woman. They say that the woman's spirit still resides in that house. She lives alone in the house and scares people.